to vote also, so we'll just get you to pop through that way as well. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, alright then. It is busy all of a sudden, lots of people coming in, which is good because it keeps us busy as well.
Can I be cheeky and interrupt and ask for some staff back, please? Cheers.
You just have to take your time, really. Even though you might know the process and you've done it hundreds of times already in a day, you just have to be careful.
It might get to the point there are quite a few voters waiting and things, but it's more important that it's accurate to make sure that they're not going to cast a spoilt or informal vote, because it's more about accuracy rather than speed.
And it doesn't finish till about 9 o'clock.
Just realising that we've got about 2 minutes to go and there's a few people walking in the door.
I'm returning a special vote for my father who's sick.
Pop it in the special votes box.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Right, now 7 o'clock, we're going to shut the doors.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good night.
See ya. And yeah, the polling place is now closed. Yeah, I'll just have to let this woman know. I'm sorry, the polling place is actually closed.
This polling place has voting for 3 electorates, and at the end of the day we work out how many votes we've issued for each electorate, and then we have to reconcile them against the number of votes that have been cast for each electorate.
So you've got something to begin with, some left over, and the difference should be what's over there.
Once we've completed the reconciliation form, we'll open the special vote ballot box, take all the envelopes out, and we'll make a pile of envelopes for every electorate we receive votes for. But we won't actually be opening the envelopes. They're sent off to their own electorate and processed.
State of play.
Well, we're just going to go and start counting the votes for the Rongotai electorate now, and we're hoping to get 233 votes, so we'll see how we go. So we'll start by doing the Rongotai votes. We've got the Wellington Central votes over here as well, so we're just going to, what we might find is that some people have put the Wellington Central votes into the Rongotai ballot box and vice versa.
These two have been put into the wrong ballot box. Well, actually, you can tell from the colour for a start. One is purple and one is brown.
Here's another Wellington Central.
Thank you.
This is Capital Lightning News, Blingy Wellington, Walker, 3 strategic 5 versus 1. If you want to take time now, hold your indeed.
You've got your ballot papers in front of you. I need you to process one ballot paper at a time. So you're going to have a look at it. If that vote doesn't relate to a candidate that you've got a marker in front of you for, what you're going to do is you're going to turn your vote upside down and you're going to put it on your right-hand side.
Quite a simple process. You pick it up, you look at it, if it's one of your 2 candidates in front of you, or how many you've got, you put it on. If it's not yours, you just pass it on face down. And so I can see this is one of my candidates that goes in front. One of my candidates that goes in front.
If you've got any votes that you're unclear about what the voter's intention's for, pop it in the middle as a candidate informal vote. This is the most simple, most effective way to do it. It's sort of all process, it goes in a circle, otherwise If you tried to do it any other way, you'd sort of have people putting votes in the wrong places and trying to crisscross over everyone's, which would just make it far more chaotic. Okay, so we're going to go through and start the count. And once you've gone through and counted them, then you're going to mark the number of votes for that candidate under the first results column on the candidate marker. So as I call out the candidate's name, if you can call out the number of votes for that candidate. We'll start with Bill Andrews.
16.
16. John Carson.
2.
2. Jonathan Pero.
7.
7. William Nathan.
9.
9. Hugh Rose.
20.
20. Stephen Tower.
27.
27. Candidate informal votes.
8.
8. Okay, I'm just going to tally those up. At the moment, I've just tallied up the number of votes that we have per candidate. I've just compared that with the M101PP certificate of results, which says the number of votes that we've actually issued out. That's perfect, actually. Completely equals. Look for the voter's intention on the party vote side of the voting paper. Just need to be careful with putting the ones in the middle, just so that they don't get muddled up with any of the rest of them. Call the numbers back to me. So the Business Party. 1. Free Trade Party.
9.
Heritage Party. 9. Liberty Party. 13. New Zealand Socialist Party. Transubstantiation Party. 14. 25. And informals.
7.
7. Cool. Now we're going to start the count for the Te Tautonga votes. Now we're going to finish off with our last electorate that we've got, which is Wellington Central. That's us, guys. That's us. Almost. Last stage of the day.
Come back tomorrow.
Yeah, last stage of the day is we just have to pack everything away. The hard bit's over, I think, so now I've just got to go and do some more maths, and then I can go and phone through the results. Oh, hi, it's the polling place manager from Lyle Bay School. I'm just phoning through with our results. Hi.
First progress report from Radio New Zealand. We are ahead in Central.
The total candidate votes is 233. 13.
There's a lot of very interesting people, and you get to work with a very good team as well.
All over, yay!
Oh, it was a long day.
Right.
Oh, it's been good. Glad it's all over now.
What we need to do is separate these ones into like Te Tautonga, Wellington Central and Rongotai. Just one strip of sellotape, vertical. So thanks guys, it was a really good day.
Well, you just chuck everything in the box and go home.
That's my preference. Well, no, it has to be done properly because it's only gonna make it worse for me at the other end if I get back here and have to unpack and repack the whole box, and I'm thinking we might end up having to do that anyway.
Check to see that all of the envelopes and the rolls are there in order. order. Because if not, then poor old Gabrielle has to repack everything.
You're not that mean, are you? She wants to go home.
Yes, I am. Absolutely. Please. I'm very impressed, Gabrielle.
So am I right now.
What it means at a practical level is I'm about to sign a receipt to say that all of her supplies are in order and she can go home.
Final words. It was a job well done, really. A long, hard day, but a job well done. It's a real credit to the team as well.
We're in the advanced voting facility for Wellington Central. Advanced voting starts 17 days before election day. As long as, if there's wheelchair, they can get wheelchair access in and out of there. There are a few things that happen differently for advanced voting. One table along there for the E90s, one table here for the ordinary votes, one table here for specials. We've only got 15 minutes before we open, and we're just about there.
I'm just checking that I've got all the right papers. I'm just getting confused with the colours.
There are some similarities to election day, except for this. Over here we have what we call an E90s table, and an E90 form is a declaration form that advanced voters need to fill out. Every ordinary voter needs to fill out a declaration to state why they're making the advance vote, and that could be for a number of reasons. It could be because they're out of the electorate on election day, they're overseas, and also maybe for religious reasons they can't vote on election day. Over here we've got ordinary Māori votes and ordinary votes. This will be my table to start off with, where I'll be issuing special votes. And over here we have a table. We just need to make sure that it's got good access in there. We've got our ballot boxes right by the door, and so voters can flow in and back out the door. The experience at Advanced Voting Facility is obviously different in the way the voting flows. Initially it's quite quiet, and then close to election day, for some reason, it just gets completely out of hand. It's important for the facility manager to manage those voters and ask for more staff.
So what are you expecting from today?
A trickle. 9 o'clock, and I'm going to go and open the doors now and let our voters in. Hi there. Once they've completed the form, then we issue them with an ordinary vote, exactly like we do on election day. Page, line, sign, sticker, stamp. And those first initial ones, if they get them wrong, then they generally get the rest of them wrong throughout the day, so I'm just going to go and keep an eye on them.
Prefer it a bit busier than this, but I suppose when it's busy, time, you become aware of what time is in.
I could imagine it getting potentially hard to just keep your focus when it's so quiet,
You might get only one voter on the first day, so you can't just sit behind your chair and like a good school kid, you can get up and walk around, but the key thing is that when voters are here, that's why you're here, and you make sure that they're well looked after.
Can I have your last name, please?
Yeah, Haronga. Haronga.
Excellent. If I can get you to fill out this declaration form. Okay, here's your ballot paper. Take it over to the voting booth over there. Follow the instructions that's on the paper, and then put it into the Taitonga ballot box when you leave.
Oh, kia ora.
Kia ora.
At the end of every day, it's my responsibility to pack up all the supplies and either keep them with me in a secure place. I've got an office that's lockable at home, or if you don't, you can drop it off at the electorate headquarters. We've got some extra staff arriving because it's going to get busy.
Yeah, what's our last name? John. They're
the moment I'm in an administrative support role, so my job is during the busy times, a loafer gets me to ensure that ordinary voters complete the E90 declaration.
Okay, if you just fill in this form here and don't sign the bottom, you can sign the bottom in front of the issuing officer.
So I normally get them to complete the E90 declarations here, not to sign it, because the issuing officer needs to go through the details, make sure it's okay. The whole idea is that this saves them a lot of time at the issuing desk if they've completed the E90 form to a reasonable degree.
It's not a complicated form, they just need to state which electorate they belong in, state the grounds and why they're voting in advance, and their name and sign. The issuing officers, we're not responsible for finding out whether they're eligible or not to vote in advance. We just say that's the voter's responsibility. Once they've completed the form, then we issue them with an ordinary vote, exactly like we do on election day.
What you do is go and see Joe down there at the end to cast a special vote.
So people who are doing special vote don't have to fill out the form?
They have to fill out a different form.
We identify that they're not on a roll in this voting facility, and then they get issued a special vote exactly like they do on election day. For special votes, there is a form already on there declaring why they're doing a special vote. I need to report back to the returning officer the votes issued for yesterday before 10 o'clock, so I've got 5 minutes to do that. It's been busy this morning. Wellington Central took 292.
What's voting like for you?
Bit nervous. And a support person who helps me do it.
Want to take a seat here?
Kate, can you help me?
Yes, sure.
Can you actually do any of this? So the writing's too small for you to read?
So if you just read it out.
Do you want to put unemployed down there? Yes. You do? Yes. Okay. Can you spell that? No. Do you want me to write it up? Yes, please, Katie.
Instructions are on here. You tick one of these for your party. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Well done.
Is that easier or harder than you expected?
Easier now, but it was hard. It makes me feel good.
You complete this declaration from top to bottom. When you get to the bottom, just leave it, don't sign it. We'll get you to sign it in front of an issuing officer. Okay. There's 3 minutes left before closing, and I'm just preparing for getting the reconciliation papers ready. The reconciliation involved getting the unused ballot papers and working out how many were used. It's 6 o'clock and we're closed, so we're just letting the voters finish. Lovely. Thank you. I am doing a tally of how many voting papers were issued.
So this is exactly the same as election day then?
No. On election day, each issuing